Alright guys, so here are the update logs for the Greenville update. As you can see, 5 new licensed RENAULT vehicles. As you can see, all down here, which we're going to check out. Then, of course, we have some other stuff here. Apparently, we have a refresh Boba house and the twist interior. Okay, let me start it from the top. Added a collective vehicle support. So basically, we'll check that out and we'll see that. Important note, current limited vehicles will go on sale again in their current form. The collectible tag is for newly added cars only with the ability and whatever. Okay, you guys can read through this and pause it. But yeah, there's new RENAULT license plates, added 23 new 3D rims, which is super cool. Added new, I'm not really sure what that is, but there's a lot of new stuff here. I don't think we have anything big, but yeah, let's go check out the cars. Let's hop straight into it. All right, so as you can see, we got the new RENAULTs out here, which they look really interesting if I do say. So yeah, they are out here, so let's go inside the dealership. Of course, they have their own stand here, which is actually kind of cool here. As you can see, we got all these cars here, which I'm not going to buy them all, but I'll probably buy a couple of them, then probably sell them, because I'm not really the biggest fan of RENAULT. But yeah, let's get a RENAULT here and see what we got here. So we're going to get... Okay, this is a collectible, I guess, so we can buy this one. So I guess it's a limited, I'm guessing. So we're going to buy that. Then I'm just going to get the ones that I think actually look appealing, which these are not my type of style here. But here we got this thing. This thing looks like it would be like some Toyota, so we're going to do this here. So yeah, then we got this thing, which I think we're going to buy... Loki, let me look at this real quick. This looks really interesting, so we're going to buy that. So yeah, that's basically all of that. I can't get the other ones because I'm basically already broke, and I don't really want to get the other ones. Anyways. So let's check out these cars, guys. All right, let's get the RENAULT real quick. Let's RENAULT. All right, here we are. So here is the collectible one, which we're gonna try this thing out real quick. All right, so here we are. We're gonna get in this thing here. Okay, of course it's electric, and this thing looks super interesting. If I do say, it is a very interesting card. If I do say, this thing is super speedy too. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's see what the top speed on this thing is. Okay, oops. Okay. Alright, let's see the top speed, guys. Top speed's gonna be around, I think it's just gonna be like 170 maybe. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright. Top speed's gonna be 61 miles an hour. Here's the braking test. Perfect. And here's the hazards and the headlights, of course. Super cool. And yeah, let's hop straight into the next vehicle. Obviously, we're going to find it real quick. I think it is this thing right here. So we're going to get in this thing. I think this one might be my favorite one because it's the best looking one, of course. So yeah, I think these are all electric if I'm not wrong. I think this thing's actually gas. I can't really tell because they're not super loud. But here's the hazards lights here. Not bad. Anyways, yeah, this thing is pretty cool. They really did a good job with the detail. I think top speed is going to be like 150 maybe here. And it's going to be 153 braking tests. Brakings are really good, if I do say. Then we got this like 1980s RENAULT here, which is crazy. Okay, let's get in this thing. This thing actually looks sick, I'm not going to lie. So here's the hazards. Okay, high beams, super cool. Anyways, I actually have the audio muted, so I'm not sure if you guys can hear it. I'm just gonna do this for me, so my voice, you guys can hear my voice better. But anyways, they do sound pretty good. I think this is a gas-powered one, so super cool if I do say. But this is definitely a cool car if I do say, though. Super cool. All right, yeah. So those are basically the new cars, and let's go check out the other things that are new, I guess you could say. So yeah. All right, so heading into the customization shop here, there are going to be new rim options for most of the cars here. So if we go to rims here, I believe we have newer rims, which oh yeah, there's like some new rims in here, which some of these I can't really tell, but there's newer rims in here. I know these are new right here. These are too for the 3D rims, of course. So super cool if I do say. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just like this. If we can actually go get an unlicensed car, I believe. Yeah, let's just get like some normal cars, and let's get this Honda right here. Let's see all the newer rims. I believe they're only 3D if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I believe so. All right, let's check this out real quick. So I believe, as you can see, we got new rims up here. So we got these are new right here. So super cool. By the way, these are like still in the game, but they're like 3D, I guess. So yeah, these are new, I believe. Yeah, that's what I believe. Okay. Yeah, there's some new rims. I think these icons are showing that they're actually 3D, so that's new, I guess you could say. And I guess there's just new 3D rims in here, which I cannot tell. I believe these are new, because I've never noticed these. These are some interesting wheels, if I do say so myself. But yeah, those are basically some of the newer rims, and I think we actually got some new plate frames, if I'm not wrong. Branding. I think we got a RENAULT plate frame, if I'm not wrong. Let's see here. Maybe we didn't. Maybe I'm tripping. Anyways, yeah, that's some newer things in the customization shop. So super cool, if I do say. But yeah, we did get this new RENAULT stand, which is super cool. And all the newer cars, which I did not review this one because I'm not really the biggest fan of how they look. But here's one of the collectible ones. I guess the limited tag now replaced by the collective tag, which is super cool. As you can see, this is now collectible. It's not going to be limited anymore. I think this might be for licensed cars, or it might be for other things, but I think it's super cool if I do say so, yeah. Alright, so I believe we have a remodeled place over here, which if I go straight over here, it's going to be the Boba Haus. If I'm not wrong, I think it's the inside that's remodeled. Okay, yeah, there's newer remodeled stuff in here. As you can see, you got new chairs. I believe we have some new accessories in here, if I'm not wrong. We got these are new. So yeah, this is basically redone in here, if I do say. It actually looks really good. I like these like panels in here. And in here we got like storage and whatnot. And the restrooms, of course, which looks super fancy, if I do say. It definitely looks super cool, if I do say. But yeah, this is one of the newer remodeled places here. I believe the sign got remodeled. No, I think it's just the inside, but yeah, that's one of the newer remodeled places, so super cool. Also, here are some of the new plate frames for the RENAULT. As you can see, we got this thing, which they're not really like super big, I should say. It's pretty interesting, if I do say. But anyways, yeah, I think in another video I might go over all the parts and secrets in this update. But yeah, it's basically everything in this update. I kind of want to get this out pretty quick. Then I think I might do a secrets video as well. I think we have something new down here. I think it's like tracks your mileage. So how much, I guess this might be mileage right here, if I'm not wrong. So however many miles you go, you will have miles on your car, which is super cool. Anyways, yeah guys, I hope you guys did enjoy the update, and I will have another video on secrets. Hope you guys did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye everyone.